Stop talking and learn how to communicate. Most of our deals are lost because we didn't have the ability to effectively communicate and deliver the proper information. Jim Rohn says if you can communicate, you can get by, but if you can communicate skillfully, you can work miracles. I like what Brian Tracy says about communication. He says it's just like any other skill, like riding a bicycle or like typing. If you can improve the quality of your communication, you can improve the quality of your life. See, all I need is a few minutes, and I'm going to give you a little bit of my 3 laws of communication, as well as give you a few tips on how to communicate better right now. Thank you for joining me. My name is Cody. I just need a few minutes to help change your income and your life. Man, hey, we never stop communicating. It doesn't matter if you're vying for a new position at work or you're closing a 6-figure deal, you're always communicating. And without the ability to get the right information and relay the proper response, you won't get the deal. Most of my deals are won and lost, not because of my ability to listen, but on my ability to respond. Take my wife, for example. She's always stealing my t-shirts and my sweaters. But the moment that I take one of her dresses, she suddenly says, "We need to talk." In the upcoming weeks, I'm going to be giving away the free 3 laws of communication. In a tiny book, we're going to be talking basically about the 3 ways to effectively communicate and get what you want. Number 1 is body language. In the book, I'm going to be talking about body language. 80% of communication is nonverbal. How you walk into the room tells you more about a person than they could ever say. How fast you respond. I didn't say how much you spoke in a short period of time. How fast you respond. What you dress like. You know, active listening. We're going to be talking about active listening in this little book, in this tiny book, about how important asking probing questions, open-ended questions, request clarification. And then we're going to be talking about a tailored response. In this free book I'm giving away, we're going to be talking about a tailored response. See, everything is set up for you at this point. So you don't lose a deal based off just listening. It's how you respond. Just like when you go to anywhere to get a tailored suit, you want to have a tailored response just for them. It needs to be memorized. It needs to be rehearsed for power. See, another reason I love having a tailored response is it basically sums up God's word, specifically tailored for us. It wouldn't have any power if it was just some book written 1,000 years ago that doesn't apply today, but it's living and active and sharper than any 2-edged sword. The Bible, it applies to us today, and because it applies right now and is living and active, it's powerful. See, the Lord prepared that message long ago and put it in His Son Jesus to restore us and bring us back to Him. See, before I go, I want to give you a few tips on what you can work on today to better communicate. Number 1, I want you to start by probing. Probing is tough. We think we've got all the right answers. We think we know what the customer wants based off our past experiences, but everybody's different. You need to probe. Probing is by far one of the most important things you can do, and it's active listening, but I would say probing. Probing is, even though you think you may have the right answer, but you need to probe. If you know that payment is going to be really important to the customer, well, ask them questions like, "Hey, look, what are your must-have features so you know you're putting them on the least they'll take?" Not only that, I don't want you to be afraid to ask the customer to reflect on what they're saying, and so what you're saying is. Reflecting is a huge part of active listening to make sure you're both on the same page before you respond. These are some really basic tips on active listening that I think are really going to help you. I don't want to overwhelm you, but I think it's going to improve your income today. Remember, probe and reflect. Thank you for joining me this morning. My name is Cody, as we change your income and your life.